Every coffee needs a lotus.
And welcome back to our webinar with none other than Sir Hazriq Idrus of Singapore, powered by Ariva Academy. We'll be venturing into the second part, the more exciting part. First part has been really exciting, informative, and hopeful, and at the same time practical. Now, before we proceed to the second part, like what I mentioned, we are going to appeal again to you to support our frontliners. This is our way of helping during COVID 19. This is in partnership with the Riva Achievers Foundation, Bayanihan Act 2020, and Bayan ng Mahayhay. This is the brainchild of Sir J.M. Matienzo, our chairman. At the same time, backed up by our president, Ms. Irish Malando Samson, and the vice presidents and all the people within Ariva. This is the Learn and Share project, and this is the call of the moment. We have given back to our clients. We have also given something to people who weren't yet our clients in the past many years. And yet, since April, our participants in LinkedIn, YouTube, and Zoom, and way back in Facebook Live, all had free gain access and had gained free access to our live webinars. And our only request is for you to help donate and help our families in distress. Together, let's show our support to our fellow Filipinos who are in survival mode still, especially now. Sir Hazriq, this is the 100th day of lockdown here in the Philippines, or we call it quarantine. So together, let's show our support to our fellow Filipinos who are in survival mode during this difficult time of the global health crisis. Act now. Let's click and donate. Ariva.com.ph/donation. Thank you to our dear participants. Sir Hazriq, we are broadcasting from the National Capital Region, but we also have provincial participants. If it's okay with you, I'll just read them one by one.
Sure.
And alphabetically, Baguio, Batanes,
Wow.
Batangas, Cabanatuan, Cagayan de Oro, Catanduanes, Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, Laguna, Pampanga, Quezon Province, Rizal Province, South Cotabato, Tacloban, Tarlac, and Tuguegarao. Have you been to any of these places, Sir Hazriq?
I would love to actually. Yeah. I haven't been to. I haven't been
You've
to.
been to the
But
Philippines.
I had a colleague who was from Philippines, so
Okay.
I hope to get in touch with them again soon because we lost touch with them. Yeah, after we left our old companies, we just lost touch. Hopefully, we get to touch base again. I'm supposed to go there.
When we have our vaccines available, we'll have you here in the Philippines and we'll share the stage
Thank you.
together with all the other global speakers. And we thank you for that. For our participants, type in your question now. the Q&A box.
Mhm.
For our YouTube participants or audience, you can comment on you can write your comment at the comment box. And if you would like to raise your hand so that we can see you and hear you, click the raise hand button so that Sir Hazriq can see your face as you ask the question as well. So ready na tayo? Are you ready now, Sir Hazriq?
Yes, ready. Let's go.
Oh, let's start off with Nathan Lu, Austria, from the Q&A box. Can you see it from your end, sir?
Yep. I could read it here.
Hi, sir. About failure, when can you say that enough is enough?
About failure, what can we say that enough is enough? I believe that we have done all the necessary.
Yes.
I mean, I take it that from the angle they have done all the necessary, and that's it. It's not about it. Yep. I think it comes back to your own gut feel. I mean, that's my take. Yeah. I mean, I may not. This may not be the best answer, but my take is that it comes back to your gut feel. If you feel that this is something that you can move forward, then work on it. Find ways, find help. Remember to seek help, because sometimes when we got stuck because we fail to ask help from people. So don't see help as a form of as a form of weak. Yeah. If you think that this either you feel that this item you want to really do it, go and seek help. And if really this is something, because sometimes as humans we can only plan, and our big master up there is the one who will decide, right? So if you feel that this is it, you can just take your try, but at least you know that you have done your due diligence, and then just move on and look into your skills. What else can you contribute to the other people? That's my take. Yeah.
That's a good advice, sir, Hazriq Idrus. And
Thank you.
It will take a certain level of self-awareness to
Yep.
fully understand the gut feel, whether you have already done enough or there's still something more you can do and some more chance you can give the person. Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
Thank you.
So, Shell Gary, how do I deal with coworkers who constantly complain about our company policies and basically about any change being implemented in the company? I can't stay away from them because we're on the same team.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Shell. Right. Okay. Interesting
Yes.
question. Yeah. We have seen this a lot. Definitely. We need to work on the same team. But yet these people around us cause all these negativity vibes. All right. My take is this. When you're at work, sometimes we have to work with them as a friend, but sometimes we have to work with them as colleagues, and we know that we have an objective to meet. So this is the thing about working together as a team. When we're in the team, usually we will have an environment. If you're working at an organization, they have an organizational culture. The team, you have a team culture. Yeah. So same thing. So what we can do, what I would recommend is create a culture within the teams. Okay, this is if you notice this, right? When you are faced with somebody angry, if people angry with you, when people start to using angry words with you, and when you use angry words with them, right, definitely it will clash, for sure, right? Have you experienced when somebody started saying some angry words with you, but you talk soft, you soften it, you talk relaxed? What will happen to the other person? Very high likely the person will tone down, which means you are now taking control. If you are fight back, it will never end. So you need to take control with calmness, with love. That's what I always believe. So same thing in the team. People who always complain, they have their own issue, right? But importantly, you don't have the issue with the other person. Be yourself. Keep calm. Create an environment. Use the last step on combat negativity. Give the compliments. Treat them for a drink. Create that environment of happiness. So this in the long, it's not overnight, of course, but it will take some time. But this environment will be created. The person will mellow down and slowly lead them, influence them. Because for us working in the team, there is such a thing called the official leader and also the unofficial leader, right?
Yes.
So we can be the unofficial leader if you are not the leader. We can be that unofficial leader who create the environment. There are leaders where people want to work for you. Be that one. Right? Because in my previous organization, I was working one department, we like to work for the boss because he created the environment. It's so, I mean, when currently we started to do in Singapore, we call it work from home or telecommuting, right? Because of the COVID, we started it when in my previous organization, we started it in 2007 back then, already more than 10 years. So I have been doing telecommuting because the boss believed that, and we have been doing that, and he trusts us because he created the environment. So again, we can bring that and bring the environment with your coworkers, be likable, and they will like you. And from there, you can slowly work together. Just focus on the task at hand. I hope that.
Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
might help.
That's a wise advice, and
Thank
I
you.
think Shell Gary will benefit from that.
Thank you.
She can
Thank you.
start changing or creating the team culture by
Yep.
being calm, by communicating calmly, trying to understand the other person. But I like it when you mention that you have to give them compliments first.
Yes. Yes.
That's a good
Give
thing. That's a good starting point.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Now, Joanna Marie Libunao is asking you, sir, what will you do if you are in a situation wherein you cannot stay away from negativity? How can you influence others to be creative?
Interesting. If you can stay away, can you influence? Can you influence? I think this question has very similar to Shalgari above. Just create. You can use the same technique, same approach. Be that change. Be the agent of change for the team, so that people can then follow you. Be likable. Make you so that they like you. And then once you're likable, you can slowly influence them. And when you influence things, this is come back to communication. I have these three simple methods when you have to influence. When you make a presentation or you want to influence people in your speaking, three components you must exist. EPL. E is the ethos. That's where your credibility, right? P is pathos. That's why your empathy. That's where empathy need to show that you empathize with them. And then L, logic. It's not English Premier League, it's EPL. Ethos, pathos, logos. So use this in a conversation. How you can mix and match this in your conversation, in your team. Then this is how you are going to influence people. But before that, do the first part. Create the environment first. Hope that works.
Thank you, Sir Hazriq. I believe that our participants will learn from that a lot, and their lives will change dramatically. They will implement this immediately.
Yes.
Thank you. Joyce Fajardo, kindly recap the 5 pillars because our computer hung up in the middle of the session. Thank you. Okay, I think she's speaking in behalf of the other participants whose computers have also hung up.
I see. All right. Okay. So if you need to recap the 5 pillars, okay. Number 1, I think Ariva will show the video again, right, on YouTube very soon. Yeah, you can recap
They can watch this via YouTube perpetually, by the way.
All right. Let's do a quick recap. Number 5. Number 1 is all the 5 C's. Number 1 is have your creative language. Number 2, curiosity. Number 3, challenge your status quo. Number 4, combat negativity. And number 5, what's number 5? Let me check.
Okay, anybody? Okay, let me just check my.
Yes, celebrate failure.
Celebrate failure.
Yes.
Speaking of celebrate failure, I think it's really hard for it. It's not our auto response when we fail. Usually, when we fail, we dwell in failure. That's the auto response. And to celebrate failure, let me ask you this, Sir Hazriq. This for me. So how do we do it when we're weeping and crying and hurt? How can we celebrate failure when we're embarrassed and we felt neglected and we felt, isolated from the success of the team? So personally, and speaking in behalf of the people here, how can we celebrate while we're hurting and crying?
Okay, all right. So when things happen, always believe that things happen for a reason. We might not know the reason. We don't know the reason. We don't know the reason at that point of time, but you will see the reason down the road. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years down the road. And when you reflect back, you realize, hey, I was in that position. Hey, I'm okay now. You can see? And that's how you celebrate. You can, at that point of time, embrace it. When you need to cry, just cry. Because we are human after all.
Yes.
Just cry. If you need to feel down, just feel down. Just live that moment. Live that moment, but don't forget that you can move on.
That's right.
Whether you want to move on is a choice. It's a choice to move on. You can choose to move on or choose to stay. If you choose to stay, then you are be in that rut, in that stuck. But choose to move on. Then you move on, you can then be more wiser. You can then
Yes.
advise other people because we have been through that, and that's where empathy comes in. I've been through that. I can help you. Listen to me. They will listen to you, and that a form of giving.
That's
When
right.
you give, people will help. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
Thank
And
you.
one anonymous attendee is asking you, how can you convert employees from being ungrateful to grateful?
Okay. I think it's all about leading by example. So if we keep ourselves being grateful, ourselves, we will always grateful about life, about things. People will see our action, and
Mhm.
people like to follow people. Yeah, people like to follow behaviors. So if people, and usually things about gratefulness, about positivity, these are natural. These are natural things we do. People will tend to follow that way. So when we see people, we are in the positive state of mind, we are very grateful, they will naturally follow us. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, just keep being grateful, keep complimenting them genuinely. Yeah, keep complimenting other people, help other people. That people, yeah, see that.
And I think what will also help is your advice to not expect anything in return.
Mm,
Because it
yep.
could be exhausting to just keep on praising your people,
True. True.
appreciating your people without getting anything in
Yeah.
anything in
Yeah.
return. So that's part of managing the expectation.
Yes.
Expect nothing in return. It
Yep.
will help them go a long way. Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
Thank you.
Annabelle Bella is asking you, in your experience, sir, what is the most common barrier
Wow.
to creativity?
What's the most common barrier to creativity? I must say the yes but thinking. Because I think yes but thinking, if you notice to the first language, not the first language, the language of creativity earlier on,
Mhm.
yes but is almost encompasses everything about creativity. Because yes but is talk about fear of failure because you are not willing to try something new. Yes but talk about negativity. All right. When I say yes, but it's not literally saying yes, but it's also about the action you do. It's about the thinking you do, thinking you have. So yes, but is that common barrier. In fact, there's a book called Yes Buts Workplace Creativity by I forgot the author, but it's one of the book I read before. So he lined up several factors all related to creativity, the barriers of creativity. But I want to check it out as well. It could be useful for
Thank
you.
you, Sir Hasri. I believe so too, that the yes but is the major killer of creativity, even as kids.
Yep.
It can kill creativity in our kids when we say yes, but you cannot do that. Or yes. Thank you,
Yes,
Sir
yes.
Hasri.
Yep.
Alan Domingo is asking you, sir.
All right.
My mantra at work in daily life is choose your battles wisely. Do you think this will consider as being creative? Thank you. From
All right.
Alan
Alan,
Domingo.
right. If I can give you a high five, I would like to give you a high five. I
Let's
believe
give
this as well. I believe this as well. Choose your battles wisely because it comes back to like what Howard say earlier on about self-awareness. Because
That's right.
we, in order to face the battles, we need to know what we are good at. Yeah. So always approach something that we're good at so that we can offer to other people, offer the solution. When you go for battles, I'm not looking at fighting. Yeah, I'm looking at solving things. So look at what we are good at and use that to our advantage and help other people. And if you can't, work with other people to solve the problem. And that's what I call by, that's what I mean by choose your battles, choose your partners, choose the people you want to work with, choose your battles. That will help. Yeah, Ellen, I agree with you as well. Thank you. Yes, and
Thank
that's
you,
creative.
thank you, Alan, and thank you, Sir Hasri. We have one more question from this is from the chat box. Florence Feliciano, how can a top manager convince a middle manager insisting for additional staff under a short budget?
How can a top manager convince a middle manager is thinking about additional stuff? Okay, all right. This is the thing about creativity, because when people say about creativity, people always think about everything goes loose, everything under the sun. Okay, this is the thing earlier we mentioned about the divergent and convergent, right? So creativity, sometimes we need to understand the situation. We need to understand the surrounding. So because of the environment, for example, short budget, that is the environment. The environment, we can't change that. Yeah. But what we can do within that environment. So this is where you need to be creative. This is where you can use your divergent thinking. List down all the possible ways. So before you found what solution, like you mentioned about the how can you how you come up with the solution within that within that budget. List down possibilities first. List down 10, 20, 30 possibilities. From there, choose, back to Alice, right? Choose the suitable ones. I think I touched this also earlier on in my session. Choose the most appropriate solution to that. And then match it with the environment, the short budget. You can do that. You can do that.
Yes.
You might even partner with people outside the department. If you have to do it, you have to do it. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Hazriq. One anonymous attendee is asking you, is negativity always in our daily lives? How can we avoid them to become creative as an employee and as a person?
Okay. Thank you for the question. All right. I'm not sure whether negativity is always in our daily lives always, because like I mentioned, negativity is at the environment beyond us. But yes, dangers is around us. If you look back in those olden days, more than millions of years ago, people live in tribes. People living in small tribes. There are dangers out there. And in order for them to survive, these people, they need to work together. And if they have negative vibes around within that tribe, they cannot work together, they cannot survive. So this is what I call by negativity. Negative beyond us, we can't control, but we can control the negative within us. That's why I share with you the 5 pillars of creativity.
Right.
So this 5 pillars of creativity help us to manage everything beyond us. Put it aside. You can't do it. No, don't worry about it. Manage what you can change, because this actually the next stage of personal creativity is about creative leadership. Once you manage yourself, and then how you can manage your team, that's another aspect altogether. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
Thank you.
From a beautiful feedback from our chat box, Annabelle Bella is saying to you, excellent session. Thank you so much, Speaker Hazriq, for being generous in sharing your wisdom and knowledge. More creative power to you.
Yes.
No to yes. No to yes, but.
Yeah, yes, and all the way. Thank you, Annabelle. High five.
And I couldn't agree more. You really have been one of the most generous speakers we've ever had.
Thank
and not
you,
only that,
thank
you're
you.
not only generous, Sir Hazriq, you're also passionate about what you do. And I love your energy. It's so positive. You are a light-hearted person, and that's what I like about you.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, we have, can you accommodate one more question? This is from
sure.
the recent question.
Okay.
This is from Mary Ann Lagpay. What's the best way to be innovative in this time of pandemic? This is the 100th day, Sir Hazriq. So they've been working from home for 100 days. So what's the best way to innovate?
All right.
Maybe they tried so much already. So what's the best way?
What's the best way? Okay, I must say that there is no best way or not best way, especially in this when we mentioned about in this area of pandemic, right? To me, creativity exists even beyond pandemic situation. Creativity exists even in any situation. So even in pandemic, even it's not, you still can practice creativity. So I share with you 5 simple pillars. So just embrace it, practice it, and really put it into action. You will see a difference. And people say to change a habit, people change habit between 30 to 40 days. Yeah. So practice one pillar at a time. So you got 5 pillars once a week. You can do it 1 month plus. You can cover that. Yeah. I hope that helps. It helps you for the 5 pillars to change the habit of creativity.
Last question, Sir Hazriq. Will you be okay if our participants would be asking for a copy of the presentation?
Or
is this copyrighted?
Yes, it is copyrighted. That's why earlier on we want you to write down the notes, right? But however,
we have a book available online which they can purchase from the Philippines. Maybe it's being distributed from Singapore.
This is a good idea, because this book I'm working on right now, Out by Creativity, is still in process, and it really covered, because actually those watching here, you are like getting first hand of the.
Good for us!
Because it's still in process. I think it's about 70% done. So all the things that I just some fine tuning. I'm still getting some fine tuning things. So hopefully by middle, right? So by August or September, I hope that's a plan. I hope to get it ready up. Once it's ready, I'll keep in touch with you, Howell, and see how we can help to distribute this book over to the audience over there.
We are rooting for you. We are hoping with you that it will be finished before September, October.
Thank you. Now I'm declaring. Yeah. Thank you.
Hazriq, I cannot wait to see you in person and talk to you and share the stage with you in one of the public learning sessions of Ariva Academy. Why? Because you're one person who deserves to be up there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Howell.
In fact, if you're going, I'm sure you're going to read the message from our chat box. They really loved you. They have appreciated your generosity, your spirit, your energy, and you're a genuine person. So for the last minute of our interview, Sir Hazriq, and our session, e-learning session, we call it the takeaway. So the 1 minute is for the takeaway. So what do you want us to think about before we sleep tonight?
All right. So if you notice, the whole 5 pillars is all comes back to one major takeaway. And that major takeaway is only 2 words that says yes and. Always embrace yes and. It's all interlinked. If you look back into my presentation, it's all interlinked. It's all yes and everywhere. I break it down, I deconstruct so that we have a better understanding of it. But if you get to put it in one sentence, embrace yes and. That would be it. Yeah.
Emmavel Cadalina said, that was awesome and fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Hazriq. And I couldn't agree more. You really were awesome. It was fun listening to you and interviewing you, and looking forward to more sessions.
Yes, looking forward.
All right. With the Ariva Academy.
All right. Thank you
Sir
very
Hazriq.
much.
More power to your speaking career, and as Sir Hazriq Idrus.
Thank you very much. Same to you also. All right. See ya.
Thank you, sir. More power. Let's welcome back on screen Ms. Irish Malonda Samson, the ever beautiful president of Ariva Academy. Ms. Irish, what can you say?
Thank you, Sir Howell. That was indeed a wonderful presentation from Hazriq Idrus. Everyone, virtual clap
for virtual clap, everyone.
Thank you for sharing with us the five pillars of personal creativity, how to unlock creativity, how to influence and draw creativity to your team and to others as well. Thank you so much. Sir Howell, let's ask our participants for their takeaway.
Sure. Dear participants, if you have a takeaway, please type in your thoughts at the chat box. And my thoughts, Miss Irish, about your set and your hair and your makeup and your wardrobe, you're 100% perfect.
Thank you.
All I can say.
Sir, your takeaway.
Yes, my takeaway. My takeaway is how genuine Sir Hazriq Idrus is. You know me, Miss Irish. And there are people that I would love and there are people that I would repel. And Sir Hazriq, I love his energy. I love his positivity. I love his passion. I love that he is not only humble, but also he is wittingly.
Authenticity as well.
Yeah, authentic and wittingly entertaining. That's what I like about Hazriq Idrus. In fact, when we think of actors, we think of people pretending to be nice. Yes. But Sir Hazriq Idrus is genuinely nice, and that's what I can say. And that's my takeaway.
Okay, for me, aside from steps to get away with negativity, how to offer genuine compliment, and of course the 5 pillars of personal creativity. One struck me most is the quote that was shared by Hazriq. It was from Alfred Butts in the Scrabble.
Yeah.
It's not about how many times you have fallen. It's about how many times you are willing to get up from the fall. So it shows that it teaches us that there's still hope. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure teaches us how to build success.
Wow. Philippines! You did agree. Thank you, Miss Irish. You know what? I also love his play of the Uncle Ben's quote, "With great power comes." I love his version of "With creative power comes creative responsibility."
Yes, I agree. And of course, Sir Howell, we would like to thank you as well for
Always a
moderating our
pleasure.
session this afternoon.
Always a
Super,
pleasure.
super, super thank you. And we will see you on Friday for another session. Yes.
But
sir.
before I leave, Miss Irish, somebody wrote something on the chat box. That's for you to read.
Takeaways from Alan Domingo. Okay, thank you for today's session, Ariva Academy. This is my first session. Wow, thank you. And definitely will participate again. The session of Sir Hazriq helped me to assess myself, not just in terms of being creative, but also being a better individual, fun, entertaining, and genuine speaker. Looking forward for his book to come out.
Yes, we're excited for the book. Thank you, Alan. And we also have Florence Feliciano saying, his talk is uplifting and sustaining.
Yes, and
yes.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sir
Howell. Thank you, Sir Hazriq.
Okay, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Irish.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye, sir.
And I will see you on Friday.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Stay beautiful.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, everyone, this is not yet the end of our e-learning session. Please stay tuned for our upcoming announcements. We would like to thank our following win-win partners: our official media partner, Art Plus Magazine; digital media partners, Focus Media, Globaltronics, City Advertising Ventures, Outcome, Elevate Media. For win-win partners, thank you to Brother, Faber-Castell, Glutacy, Moringa O2, KFC, Mr. Donut, Tokyo, Lotus Biscuit, Boss Job, Sir Technology Inc., Finma Properties, Salary Jet, Frontier Software, Ilawi Korea, Kitosan and Carpo Consulting, Enchanted Kingdom, Disperse, Cosmotech Philippines Inc., Mindchom's virtual preschool program. To register, please call them at 0906-486-0710 and email them at disakanabe@mindchoms.org. And we would like to thank Essential Safety Products PH for your personal protective equipment. For health and safety compliance requirements, please email them at essentialsafetyph@gmail.com. And if you want to place your ads here, advertise your company, your services, and your logo, have a brand exposure to thousands of viewers through Zoom and YouTube, please do email us at marketing@ariva.com.ph. Stay on top of our insights and updates. Stay connected on our social media sites. Please join the Ariva Academy Facebook group, like the Ariva Academy Facebook fan page, follow the Ariva Academy LinkedIn page, and visit us on our website. It's www.ariva.com.ph. And if you missed watching our live webinars, you would like to watch the replay as well of our e-learning session this afternoon and our previous e-learning sessions, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Ariva Academy and Ariva Talks. Again, it's Ariva Academy and Ariva Talks. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. For our upcoming online learning sessions, we would like to invite you our live webinar series for our cause. This is our HR Virtual Summit PH 2020. Please grab this opportunity. Take advantage of our e-learning sessions, free e-learning sessions. So we have invited international and local subject matter experts to share with us their wisdom in the HR field. We would like to invite you. This will be tomorrow, 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and we have invited none other than Dr. Bob Nelson from United States. He will be talking about managing virtual workers today. So please register. We will be having our second batch of online selling from home, how to use FB, IG, and LinkedIn for your business. This will be tomorrow as well, 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and we will be having Mr. Jonathan Yabut to discuss this session. This is only $799 per participant. Another e-learning masterclass, effective human resource planning techniques and strategies in response to COVID-19, calling out all HR professionals out there. This will be on Friday and Saturday, June 26 to 27, 3 to 5:30 in the afternoon. Please do join us. This will be discussed by Mr. Ronaldo Turla. Another live webinar series for a cause, and this will be discussed by Professor John Raymond Almeida. He will be discussing pandemic and HR in 2020. How strategic should HR become during the COVID-19 crisis? Don't forget, Monday, June 29. And of course, we will be having Mr. Howell V. Mabalot to discuss the Masterclass Series 3.0, how to communicate with diplomacy, tact, and credibility in times of chaos. This will be on June 30, 3 to 5:30 in the afternoon. Leadership skills for supervisors in turbulent times, July 16, 3 to 5:30 in the afternoon as well. And how to take on greater responsibility, step-up skills for non-managers, July 29, 3 to 5:30. Please do register. And of course, we will be having Mr. Jonathan Yabot again on Wednesday, July 1. Don't forget, 4 to 5:30 in the afternoon. What to do if you're laid off during COVID-19. This is only $599 per participant rather. So please do join us. Another e-learning masterclass, effective collections of receivables in post-pandemic. This will be on Thursday, July 2. This has two-part series. So first part in the morning, 10 to 12:30, and part 2 will be in the afternoon, 3 to 5:30 p.m. And this will be discussed by none other than Professor Ricky De Vera. Another e-learning masterclass, Managing Tax Assessment, Friday, July 3 to 5:30 in the afternoon, and we will be having Attorney Nelson Gargoles. And if you want to customize an e-learning session for your team, for your company, would like to invite our guest speakers, please do call me at 0916-695-4418 or email me at irish.arivaacademy@gmail.com. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you learned a lot today. Please do join us tomorrow again, once again, Wednesday, June 24, Managing Virtual Workers today. Again, this is Irish Malonda Samson. In Ariva, it's all about being better. Stay safe and have a great day. Thank you so much.